Get Known Be Seen Web TV. And this month is our highlights of the Get Known Be Seen Expo for 2018. During this month, you're going to be seeing interviews with all the authors that took part in that expo in 2018. They're going to be coming on and we're going to be having a little chat with them to see how their journey has been in being published, what they've been doing, and they're going to share a little bit about their book. So our first one today is, welcome, Sally Eberhardt. And it's wonderful to have you here, Sally.
Hey, Sally.
Hey, good.
Looking beautiful as ever. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, Sally, just to get started, first question I sort of really want to pop to you is, what was your journey like to becoming published? What was it like?
A big learning curve. I found that writing is not the hard part, that actually there's a lot more to it than just writing, and marketing is the part that one really needs help with. But I really enjoyed the writing process. I found that once I had a purpose for my book, I didn't even write until I had a purpose, and that was to make other people's journey easier. So from there, that part was great. Marketing is an ongoing process, though.
Marketing always is. It's the secret that most authors don't realise. They think they can do the book and it's just going to do it for them. And as you just said, it doesn't work that way.
It's an interesting reality check, isn't it, when you have done your book, and next minute and you'll notice I said that correctly then, not the neck minute from the neck minute video. Yes, next minute you've got you've actually got to sell yourself a little bit and promote yourself and keep educating people about what you've done.
Yeah, definitely. And the book's been great for that. There is no coincidence that the first part of authority is author. It really does make a difference. I've found that I'm getting speaking engagements, being asked to do interviews, all that kind of thing. I do go to meetups, but I'm just finding the whole part. I'm not chasing these things; they're coming to me. That wouldn't have happened without the book.
Beautiful. I certainly can concur with that. I'm sure you can, Trish.
Absolutely.
So, Sally, I'd like to know what actually drove you. I mean, where did the idea come from to begin with, and what drove you to? Because it's an awesome task, isn't it? It's quite a big, as you say, it's not just writing a book. It's a big picture thing. So, what drove you to do it and complete it?
I think wanting to help introverts network. It took me a long time to learn how to network properly and even what networking really was. So I wanted to share some of my journey so that they didn't take 20 years to learn things like I did. Networking's brought me so many benefits and opportunities. So many great things have happened in my life that wouldn't have happened without networking. So I don't want other introverts to miss out because they're afraid of networking, think that they can't do it very well, all those things. So I wanted to help them with that. Also, introverts have awesome superpowers when it comes to networking. So I want to help them realise those and uncover those and give them the confidence that they are actually great networkers just how they are. They don't have to be extroverts.
So in other words, it's not about doing it right. It's just about doing it, isn't it? So as long as you're showing up, you actually are doing it right. Does that...
I think if you're there with the right attitude, if you're there to be of service, if you're there to give rather than be there for a transactional, it's not prospecting, it's not sales, it's building relationships. And I think if you're there for the right reasons, good things happen.
Yep, beautiful.
Awesome. We all have challenges on our journey, and you've mentioned a couple of those, getting on your journey to be doing networking and dealing with it as an introvert. But what were some of the challenges that faced you when you were writing that book, and maybe perhaps some of the challenges that have faced you since you've written the book?
Yeah, sure. The challenges, I think I myself was the biggest challenge in actually writing. I can write, I'm lucky. I have, good English. I can put my sentences together and things like that. Discipline, diligence, that sort of thing. So I was probably the biggest obstacle there, was just making myself sit down. I found that it was very hard for me. I'm very fluid and flexible, and something comes up, I'm often doing that. So discipline of actually writing each day, it kind of didn't really work for me. I would set myself deadlines though, and I'd set a deadline of a chapter a month. On the last day of the month, I might be doing 16 hours, but I was doing that chapter. So I was very deadline motivated.
I love it.
I got through it. Other people, it suits them to do an hour a day. I found an hour a day, I had trouble finding an hour a day. Anything less than that, by the time I go back through what I've done and get myself in the right mindset and that sort of thing, the hour's gone and I had to go do something else. So big blocks of time were what I needed myself. So it was a challenge to find big blocks of time sometimes. And
so that sounds like that was your biggest challenge.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
but I did find
like you, I need bigger times.
Yeah, but I did find that actually telling people that I was writing a book meant that I had people saying to me, "How's that book going? When's that book coming out? Sally, I need your book." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's coming." But it was certainly a spur to keep on top of it and not let it go for too long and get those chapters away. But then I found once you've written it, that's not it. There's editing, there's formatting, there's all these other things that have to happen. And it can take a couple of months from when you actually finish writing to when you actually have a baby book in your hand.
So what happens then, Sally, for you? How so far have you leveraged your book? How have you been able to use it to move forward and to help more people?
It's been really great in, as I say, in setting up that authority kind of figure. I got called a person of influence the other day, and I thought, wow, that's really nice. That wouldn't have happened without the book. So you get to be seen as the person to go to for that topic. And people do come to you. It's been really, really great. My feedback has been from coaches who now want to collaborate with me, who sort of say, I bought your book for me, I read it, my clients need this, and they come back and they buy a few more copies, and then they say, can you come and do a workshop? So it's just slowly growing, and my audiences will get bigger. You know, I'll do bigger and bigger events. I've done my first paid speaking gig.
Way to go.
Yes.
The coveted paid speaking event, yes.
Yes, so that was quite a milestone.
Awesome.
And as it wouldn't have happened if I hadn't written the book and actually sort of said, look, I know about this, I've lived this. And I guess that's where people really relate, is because I took myself back to a time when I didn't know these things, and how confused and awkward and shy and all those not so good things I felt then. And the tips and techniques and the mindset and the realizations and life learnings that came along the way to change it from networking from being really scary to actually something that I really enjoy and has really positive outcomes for me. And I just want to make other people's journey a lot shorter so they can get to the good stuff a lot faster.
That's wonderful. It's great to have a good driving force, like an altruistic, I want to say, just wanting to help other people. It just takes, for me, it takes the focus off me and my nerves around things, and just then has the focus on, well, you know, is this actually helping someone or not?
Yeah, I could not agree more strongly. That's probably one of my key tips actually in the book. Is it's not about me. Forget about yourself. Look after the other person, and then you aren't so self-conscious, and you'll focus in on them and help them, and it just makes it so much easier.
Beautiful.
Awesome, Sally. That is really great. And I think you've also covered one of the questions we were going to ask, which was how has it worked for you? Because I think you've shared some really great points for our viewers on how the whole process of writing a book has worked for you, not only just in what's happened after, but it's helped you with your own personal growth and the learning systems, and as you've grown through writing, you've grown with that book. That is really great. I was going to say, what are the 2 tips that you would like to leave for our viewers who may be thinking about writing a book?
Do it. That's the biggest
Love
tip.
it.
Is just do it. Look, even if it's not published and it goes to a bestseller or that, the whole process, it's so good for you. And 'cause I found I would be putting advice in there, and I thought, okay, right, girl, you better walk your talk.
Yes.
And it was a bit of accountability on myself. I'm much more open and actually, I'd say more open. I was going to say open and honest, but I like to think I'm honest. But I'm much more open in my book than I usually am, and I had to be brave to do that. I guess that might be the second tip: is be brave, bite the bullet, and yeah, just do it. It's worth it. It is worth
your brave
time.
pants on. Beautiful, Sally. That's lovely.
Thank you for being with us today. I love what you've shared for our viewers to watch. There's an awful lot of information in there. And, of course, we need to ask you, don't we? You can do the asking, Deb.
Oh, where can we find your book? Where can the viewers find your book?
Okay.
And more about you too.
At the moment, it is just on my website. It will go to Amazon very soon. I'm actually just waiting to hear from Penguin India as to whether they are picking up my book. I know there's going to be rules and regulations around that, so I'm just waiting to hear before I put that on Amazon, and then perhaps have to take it off or something. That will be in the next week. Very exciting. So at the moment, it is just at sallyeberhardt.com.
Okay. Do you want to spell that out for everybody?
Yes. It's just my name, all lowercase, no spaces. So it's SALLY, B for Bob, ERHAR, D for Damien, T for Tom, sallyeberhardt.com.
Beautiful.
And,
wonderful.
Can we see?
It was great to have you with us, Sal.
Hang on a minute. We have.
Yeah. What is your book called?
What's your book called?
Oh, goodness me.
Oh, you just happen to have one there.
Well, it is Pain-Free Networking for Introverts.
Awesome.
It's pretty much an A to Z of good networking practice, but with special consideration for introverts, because I know how they feel.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome. Thank you, Sally, for being with us. And again, we will put up that link with the show when it goes up, and this will be where you can come and see. And if you'd like to look at that book, want to discuss more with Sally, you can go to, give us the link again, go to
sallyeberhardt.com.
So, Sally, we absolutely loved working with you when we launched the Get Known Be Seen workshop. You did a great presentation, and just the whole vibe amongst the group and in the room was fantastic for us. I'd like to ask you, what did you get out of doing the workshop and doing the collaboration?
Oh, it was so much fun. It was a lot of fun, and I learnt so much in such a short space of time from all the other authors' experiences. Plus, doing a collaborative book is so much easier. You did the hard work. We just had to write a chapter and present on that chapter. That book came together so much more quickly than doing a whole book on your own and being responsible for everything. So it was a great experience, and I look forward to doing more collaborations. It was such a positive thing. Plus, we all promote each other. We all support each other. We promote each other. And any one of us has success, we take the rest with us. So it's really beautiful.
There's no downside to collaboration, is there?
There is not. No, it was all very positive.
Especially when you're working with awesome people like we were.
I was just thinking that, yes. It was an awesome bunch of people. Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah,
thanks, Sal.
Wonderful, Sally. Thank you for those comments. Awesome. Thank you.
Sal.
And tell me, so you've been watching Get Known Be Seen Web TV, and this has been our highlights of the Get Known Be Seen Expo for 2018. We've been speaking with Sally Eberhardt, author of Networking for Introverts. Stay tuned for our next interview that we will be having for one of our other authors from those highlights. Bye from me.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.